Today on NTDaily News, we'll learn more about the first locally transmitted case of Zika in Texas. Should North Texans be worried?
And now that the election is over, what are experts doing to crack down on fake news? These stories and more, up next.
From the Mayborn School of Journalism at the University of North Texas, this is NT Daily News.
Hi, and welcome to this edition of NT Daily News. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Dominic Walker.
And I'm Jose Munguia. We've got a lot to share with you today, so let's get started. In health news, the state announced the first locally transmitted case of Zika virus in Texas. The patient is a woman living in Cameron County, the southern tip of Texas. She is not pregnant and did not recently travel outside of the U.S. However, the virus is no longer in her blood. If she were to be bit, mosquitoes could not spread the virus. There are no other cases of local Zika transmission at this time.
Following the presidential election, social media websites are starting to crack down on false news stories posted online. NT Daily has the details.
They will lie, 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 and then again, they will do worse than that.
Donald Trump is convinced the media lies and alters information it shares with the public. But the reality is fake news stories are becoming a problem online. Websites like Twitter and Facebook are starting to crack down on fake news stories. Satirical news outlets share fake news online, and many people mistake these stories as the truth. UNT advertising student Jennifer Beacon says it isn't hard to determine real news as long as it comes from a credible source.
As long as you're getting it from a credible source, though, like real news channels like Fox News or NBC or stuff like that, it should be correct.
Satirical news outlets gain profit from the number of hits they get online, and shutting them down will directly harm their business. UNT journalism professor Neil Foote believes it's the role of the journalists to reach audiences in the same way as fake news sites.
On us as traditional journalists to step up and get out of our bubble, to reach out and use these platforms in the same way fake news sites are doing, to try to get above the noise so that there's a greater balance of information out there.
It is uncertain what will happen to false news outlets in the future. But with President-elect Donald Trump taking office January 20th, a change in media coverage seems certain.
A recent CNN poll reveals at least 85% of Americans surveyed believe the United States is a deeply divided nation. This division was especially highlighted during the recent presidential political campaign. Donald Trump's election is often a spark of vocal support to those who are anti-black, anti-immigrant, and anti-Muslim. Dr. Nancy Stockdale teaches modern Middle East and Islamic history at the University of North Texas. She says the Trump administration will face the challenge of bringing the nation together.
It's really going to take tremendous soul searching on a personal, individual basis, but it's also going to take some kind of leadership that is willing to confront head-on the issues of racism and misogyny and xenophobia that have come to the surface.
Stockdale says it will also be up to fellow Americans to decide where we stand on these issues and how we will confront them.
After the break, a North Texas professor receives a Lifetime Achievement Award for her service in the field of engineering.
And researchers are trying to find out if a mask could be a game changer for athletes. Find out more after the break. A huge honor was recently awarded to one of UNT's very own lecturers. NT Daily's Alexis Reese has more.
Leticia Anaya is a senior lecturer at the College of Engineering at UNT. Anaya was recently presented a Lifetime Achievement Award. The 10th annual Luna Awards are dedicated to celebrating high achievement in construction, architecture, and engineering. Anaya was chosen as the recipient based on her more than 19 years of experience teaching engineering. Anaya's experience in leadership includes serving in the military.
Being an environmental engineer specialist for the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality. I have been a reliability engineer for the U.S. Army. I have been a production supervisor. I have managed a weekend college. And I have done general engineering consulting for another consulting engineering firm in the Dallas Metroplex area.
Anaya hopes that her achievements and experience one day motivate many young women to entering the engineering industry. Alexis Reese, NTDaily News.
One UNT student is putting his body to the test for a research study. NTDaily's Christian Hamilton has more.
From this vantage point, this runner might look normal. But he doesn't sound normal, and this is why. He's wearing an altitude mask as a part of a UNT research study led by 2 kinesiology professors.
They told us we get money for it, and so as college students, we jumped on it.
Tim Williams is one of the participants. When he exercises, he wears this mask, limiting the amount of oxygen he takes in. This is in an effort to find out if training with less oxygen improves athletic performance.
There's a big controversy on altitude training. Whether it's effective or not, because a lot of Olympians do it. They go up to maybe Colorado Springs for a week or 2 and they train at altitude and come back. What altitude training would do would enhance your muscles' ability to use oxygen.
Williams records his heart rate and blood oxygen concentration before and after exercising. He will use the mask for 6 weeks.
I am going to be ecstatic when it is out of my life. Unless I see results from it.
The mask does freak people out.
Everybody looks at me weird. They all just kind of stare at me while I'm running by or walk to the other side of the road.
The mask might make it hard to breathe, but it doesn't dampen Williams's spirit.
How do you feel right now? Fantastic.
Christian Hamilton, NTDaily News.
Let's get a check on the weather, and for that we'll go outside with Carissa Valadez.
Thanks, Nick. We should drop to 41 degrees tonight. No rain in the forecast through Thursday, so we'll stay dry. Wednesday, expect a high of 59 and a low of 43. Then we start December with a moderate 63 degrees. Then you can expect a low of 39 for Thursday. When we come back, find out how United Way of Denton is helping at-risk children. That and more after the break.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Doesn't see race. Love is love.
Summer is still months away, but a Denton nonprofit is already preparing for it. United Way of Denton County is offering a way for high school students to get a job for next summer. The Mayor's Summer Youth Jobs Program was started in the summer of 2015. The idea was to help at-risk youth in Denton County. The students will work for businesses in Denton as well as for the city of Denton. Kayla Stewart is a Community Impact Director at United Way of Denton. She encourages local businesses to offer a job to area students.
Very much a learning opportunity for them, and so employers are providing this kind of mentorship opportunity and providing them with a work experience at the same time.
Students at the 3 high schools in Denton, Ryan, Geyer, and Denton are invited to apply for this program. More information about the jobs with the city of Denton is available on their website.
Could your social media posting affect your potential job opportunities? NTDaily's Carissa Valadez has the story.
While freedom of speech is part of our First Amendment rights, companies are starting to look into personal background when considering new hires. Anti-Trump protests are all over the internet. Some of the content contains violence or profanity. Millennials who are applying for potential jobs may have those posts examined by employers.
Anything that you post is not private. Even when you have your privacy settings on your account, realize that anyone might be able to see that content.
The reason companies are instructing recruiters to monitor social media accounts is to protect the company's reputation.
For some people, it makes sense for them and their brand to be talking about some of those issues online, but for others, you just may want to be careful because you never know who's watching.
The University of North Texas Career Center offers advising as well as tips to make sure your interview matches your online persona. I'm Carissa Valadez, NTDaily News.
The holiday season is a time to spread joy and create memories. A mission the Salvation Army takes very seriously, and they're inviting you to help.
As November melts into December, fall leaves are replaced by garlands and pumpkins are replaced by jingle bells. And one classic symbol always comes this time of year: the angel tree. Every December, the Salvation Army sponsors several children in need. These paper angels represent a child who hopes for something special at Christmas. After adopting an angel, volunteers purchase presents that the children would not otherwise receive, from toys to toothbrushes.
The Angel program is so incredibly wonderful because it gives children what they need. I mean, not just Christmas presents that a lot of us have got when we were growing up and we're so happy to receive, but they also gives them just basic stuff like pencils for school, notebook pads, clothes even, stuff that most people find fundamental, but that other children don't really have access to.
The program helps thousands of children every year. Sena Niaku, an Angel Tree store manager, says that the real Christmas magic is spread by the volunteers.
The Angel Tree is about giving and giving from the heart. You're just trying to help somebody else who doesn't have, and so whatever it is that you give is what you have to offer, and all of it is doing it with a good heart.
Adopting an angel is a simple way to positively impact a child this Christmas, and the Salvation Army encourages volunteer participation. Without volunteers, the program would not exist. The Christmas Angel Tree program is as much a part of the holiday season as hot chocolate and jingle bells. So, if you're looking for an easy way to donate, swing by and choose an angel. Bailey Friday, NTDaily News.
That's all for this edition of NTDaily News. We appreciate your time.
For more news and information, check out our campus paper, North Texas Daily, and ntdailyradio.com. See you soon.